If May does go down, and we know that some people are saying that there's a June timeline apparently for her to announce her resignation of sorts, or it may very well happen earlier, of course, if she throws a surprise at us. But if May walks away, Peter, does that really change anything, or does that in fact then harden positions in the Conservative Party? Would a pro-Brexiteer who is even harder in his or her respective position come into power?
If we look right now at the main candidates, and it seems right now that there are over 20 people within the Conservative Party that have thrown their hat into the leadership contest, it does look like most of those people are on the more pro-Brexit side. I do think that in that situation, no deal becomes much more likely. I think the chances of May's deal passing obviously go down considerably. But I doubt actually that anything fundamentally changes, given that Parliament has basically shown itself unable to agree on just about anything, even in indicative voting processes. So in some ways, I'm not sure, even if May were to hold on, I think no deal has always been, in some sense, the default scenario, because that was this only scenario that did not require Parliament.
And is a no deal as scary as it sounds, Peter? Because, you know, whenever a no deal is brought up, everyone on all sides agrees that no, we do not want a no deal scenario. But at the same time, others would argue that, listen, it's probably not that bad a thing if it's going to be the default position anyways.
I think a lot of what ends up happening with no deal will depend on good faith on both sides. I imagine that sort of we won't have all food deliveries cut off, and that some of the worst predictions probably won't come true. It's unclear to me, however, what exactly a no-deal scenario would solve. In the end, even the Irish backstop and issues like the exit payment that many pro-Brexiteers find very difficult to swallow, if those issues aren't solved with the withdrawal agreement, they will certainly be brought up again when the UK comes to the EU to negotiate a permanent trade agreement or some sort of customs arrangement after it officially exits. And at that point, I'm sure the backstop and the Irish border will be on the agenda, the payments will be on the agenda, and all of these issues will still have to be worked out. So it's unclear exactly what it solves. I don't imagine the worst predictions will come true, but it will still certainly be disruptive.